Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day in Arizona. We've been getting some scattered showers, some high winds happening, and it's been slightly cooler, so it's been in like the hundreds, low hundreds instead of the, 110, 115 degree weather. So I don't think it's supposed to be over 100 degrees, or in the 110s at least anymore. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and plant my pumpkin seeds or my sprouts, my pumpkin sprouts. I have one there in the middle, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was wondering, or I was contemplating leaving the one in the middle inside as like a backup, or even just planting 3 of these and then leaving 2 as a backup inside in case they don't work out. Like we discovered last year, they do require a lot of space. This is a bigger space than I had over on the other side of the yard. My cucumber is not going to probably produce too much longer because I believe that's an annual plant. So it might produce some more and then just kind of start dying back. So I will have that space over there as well. I have some other plants that I want to transplant out here, like I have yellow squash, zucchini. I have some like herbs, dill, mint. I'll probably plant the mint in a pot. And I did free up that big blue pot, so I think that would be a good mint pot. I do need to get more soil. This is just 1 bag of soil on the ground, and then I sprinkled some guinea pig poop and their old hay. That makes pretty good ground cover, seed cover. That's what I did for the cucumbers, and they did really well. So I'm gonna do that over here too. I did try and break up the ground a little bit more, but I didn't dig down deep like I was starting to do on that side, because I don't really have any vegetables that are like root vegetables, like carrots or anything. The only time I'd really do that, I think, is if I did have things that were growing underground, like potatoes or carrots or garlic. For those, I might want to start with like a raised bed and then dig down a little bit, because it would be easier to do it that way, I think. It's just because the soil here is so packed and rocky and sandy, and it's like sand and clay in this yard and rock. That's about it. So I feel pretty good about just clearing this area. I've cleared quite a bit now, so I'm to this spot where I'll probably want to push it back even further, but I at least want to make it to this cinder block right here, the vertical one. And then I also want to bring it out a little bit more. So to that first cinder block in, right there, I want my gate to go on the outside. So eventually I'll start clearing like a path. It would be cool to have a little rock path over here, because we do have so many rocks that we could use already. And then start putting stakes along here and putting like a little gated area, and work on enclosing the top and everything. I definitely don't want to put anything that would cover or prevent any pollinators from getting through. So like for the top, I might just end up doing chicken wire or something that has bigger holes for the pollinators to get through. And yeah, I'm not sure how I want to do that exactly yet. If I want to maybe like slant it down this way, because some areas I do want to cover a little bit more. And I was thinking like for the pond, I'd put my solar panels up top. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I also, once I get this done, which I'm feeling pretty good about things now, I'm gonna start expanding out this way so we can get some trees along there some fruit trees. Like I have my lemon tree. It would be sweet to get an orange tree in there. We don't really eat a lot of grapefruit, so probably not going to do grapefruit, but it would be nice to have like maybe, and I don't feel like we need a lime tree, but I wouldn't mind having a lime tree, but it might be worth it to get a different variety since we already would have orange and lemon. And I feel like lemon is a good substitute for lime anyway. I kind of like it better. It's a little bit more mild to me tasting than lime. Lime is a little bit stronger, but I don't know yet. Maybe I'll get a lime and an orange. I'll have to... Basically, I don't want to spend a lot on any of this. I kind of can't spend a lot because I don't have any money. So that forces me to get creative, which is cool because then you can really see what you can do on a very low budget. As long as you have like the space is huge, and I don't have the best soil to work with, but the guinea pigs I think help a lot with the fertilizer and compost and everything. So you don't really necessarily need to go out and buy bags and bags of soil if you're able to at least get maybe one bag or two and kind of mix it in with what you have. I think it's better that way too, because then it's like the plants get used to the native soil and they adjust to that. Or if it's a plant that really can't tolerate this type of soil, it'll just die no matter what. I did plant the mangoes in ground, so I have one mango here and then another one over there that you can't really see. And then the banana tree, I think I want to plant it a little bit closer. I really want to plant it where that yucca is, but I tried to get that out, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get that out without getting, I don't know, I probably just need a chainsaw or something, because it's really, the soil is loose around it, but at the same time it still is very heavy and still has roots, so that one wasn't coming out as easy as I thought. Plus it's hard to get under there because of all the spikes that are coming out. All the spikes that are coming out of that plant, if they hit you, it's like daggers, and that's another reason why I kind of want to get rid of that one, is because it's really hard to do anything around it. Like I can't even pull those weeds around it without getting poked and bloodied up. So, but yeah, this is what I'm doing with the pumpkins. I'm just trying to position them right now, and we'll see if we end up getting anything from them this year. It'd be awesome if we could. They have a lot more space, so they can start flowing out into the yard, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. But yeah, little by little. I thought the pond had a leak in it yesterday, but it turns out the pump, the filter that was going, or the pump that was going into the filter had somehow wiggled out and fell outside of the pool, so that pump pumps all the water through the filter, and it was pumping it out of the pond. So when I went to check on the pond yesterday, all the water was like halfway down. It was almost all the way gone. And that's bad for the fishies, but they were still hanging in there, so I just refilled it, and that was like I did a partial, or not a partial, more than a partial water change, like a full water change. So I'm glad that it doesn't have a leak in it, and yeah. One thing about my squash, like last year I had aphids that attacked everything. This year I do have damselflies, thanks to the pond, and a bunch of dragonflies. So I'm hoping that they will go ahead and fly around the garden and maybe eat some of those and pick some of those off. I do have like blue damselflies that are always swarming around like the grape bush and over there. So that's great pest control. great natural pest control. So I'm hoping that they'll make their way over to the squash and keep the aphids down, because those things really take over and they are the worst, because then once they take over your plant completely, your plant just dies, you know, because it can't get the nutrients that it needs. They like drink the, I don't know, they like drink some type of sap or nutrients they get from the flowers, and then the flowers die, and the flowers are what produce like the pumpkins and the squash. So yeah, it's not cool. Aphids are the worst. There's a nursery near me too that sells like praying mantis eggs, so I don't know, it might be worth it to get a couple of those and try and hatch them out and put them in here. But yeah, so that's where I ended up. Today is Molly's appointment. I wanted to get her in a lot sooner, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. So today's her vet appointment. It's at noon. We're gonna take her in, get her all checked out, see what the vets say, make sure that nothing crazy is going on. It's gonna be tough if they want to do like any lab testing or anything, because I don't really have a lot of money for that, and I'm sure it will be at least in the, you know, few $100 for if they want to do any like additional lab testing easily. But that's all. Thanks to whoever still watches my videos. I know I'm pretty inconsistent with my uploads. Got Lyra over there just chilling. This is turning into more of like a gardening channel than a pet channel too. But you know, I'm doing this garden for my pets as well, because eventually I want to bring my birdies out here. I want to bring the frog, the turtle out here and have like a little sanctuary. I think that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, but anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope y'all doing well. Bye.